The Wedding MC Experience is a fun podcast hosted by professional wedding MC King Carl and his wonderful, super supportive better half, the health enthusiast herself, Queen Misty. With more than 450 wedding receptions completed, King Carl has had his fair share of intriguing situations. However, this show isn't just about wedding shenanigans. The show features shared experiences on topics anywhere from life, love, and drama to success, health, family, and relationships. If you love true transparency, whether from the host themselves to some of their most influential guests, then you're in for an unbelievable experience. This show is sponsored by TNT Creative Images. Today is what you make it, so make it as original as possible. Don't let your event happen without having a centerpiece of equipment to make all of your guests take home the memory of a lifetime. You need the Magic Mirror. TNT Creative Images presents the Magic Mirror photo booth for all occasions. We're talking the whole gamut: theme backdrops, stanchions, red carpet, novelties, and most importantly, the life-size touchscreen Magic Mirror. It'll print, text, or email your photos to you. If you or someone you know has an event coming up, from corporate events to birthday celebrations to banquets, weddings, or anniversaries, TNT Creative Images has you covered. So log on to TNTimages.com. That's TNTIMAGEZ.com. Use the discount code TheWedXP to definitely get that discount. For more information, feel free to call 817-233-6028. Y'all get there. TNT Creative Images, y'all. Yo, what up, world? Man, let me take some of these glasses off since we here. Man, we're a little late, but you know what? It's what happens when you got to get your production team together.
We made it.
Yeah, we in here though, right?
Yes.
The Wedding MC Experience, y'all. If you don't know, you're here. You're finally here with us. And let me tell you something. This has been a long time coming, because I think this is something we've talked about for quite some time. You know, especially around the house. I think most of y'all have done it too, with some of your family, your friends. And you say to yourself, man, you know what? We should have a podcast. And I say to myself, well, we going to have one. But most people, they talk about it, but they don't end up doing it, right?
Right.
So one of the things I wanted to make sure we got a chance to do is let you all in on our lives and have a great time. Because, again, I am the wedding MC. I am King Carl.
And I'm Queen Misty.
She is Queen Misty, y'all. And we play with those mantras, because one of the things we do is we don't say them other words. So my wife is my queen. That's the one that ride with me. She holds me down. She definitely takes care of my children. And a whole lot of other stuff too, right?
Yes.
So listen, y'all, I wanted to make sure we got a chance to be able to talk. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff during this podcast. I know most of you out there, you know, you listen to a lot of different podcasts, but you don't know whether or not it's something that kind of fits your bill. Well, let me tell you something. We are you, you are us. Have some fun with us, because we're going to make sure we have some fun with you. Now, let me ask you something, because I know a lot of people are like, who are these people? You know what I'm saying? I'm a wedding MC, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about that a little later. I want to ask you something. How long have we been married? I'm asking you because I forgot, even though it's been not that long. How long have you been married, man? I don't know.
It will be 3 years.
3 years, but we've been together.
Wait. In
sorry.
July.
Oh, in July. In July, we 3 years. Some of y'all might be like, they ain't. Listen, I've been with this woman since 2010. Listen, we right here, but it took me a while to get myself together. How many of you can understand that? Yeah, thought so. So it took me a while to get myself together, but I'm together now. And I'm excited about it. Now, Misty and I have been married, going on 3 years. We have 3 children, 2 of our own, and we are what we call the epitome of, true black love. We know there are some other black loves out there that everybody knows, like the Baracks, the Michelles, the Beyonce, Jay. Who else? We can't name a lot of them. All of them.
I went blank.
But I know, well, all of them. But I do want to say this. We are what we call that tangible couple that we want to make sure that, people truly relate to. Because we deal with the same things that y'all deal with. Some people don't know how to articulate them. But we say, we're going to get on this thing, and we're going to make sure we talk to our people about all the stuff that we do. So one of the things that we've done is we found each other. And that was a unique story. You want to tell them how I saw you?
Oh,
I was doing the Dallas Cowboy party, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
It was Martellus Bennett birthday party.
Yeah. Shout out to
Dallas.
Cruise Control. We Cruise Control and myself. For those that don't know, I am a world-renowned MC, and I travel the country doing huge parties and events. And Misty and I, met at a Dallas Cowboy party. I think Martellus Bennett was, I think he was in his rookie year, and I think he was turning 21 or something, right?
Yeah, he
He was
was.
turning 21. So all the Cowboys, I'm in Dallas, and all the Cowboys are doing their thing or whatever. And, I'm rocking the mic. But I look up because of the way the whole place was set up. And all the females or all the people were kind of up in the section. So the floor was light. And there was only like maybe 15, 20 people out there with you and some of your friends being some of them, right?
Yeah, me and Lindsay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all were there, and then and it was weird because I just enjoyed y'all having a great time. Y'all got to understand this. Listen, I'm an MC, and I thrive off of people. And one of the things I always think about is when I'm thriving off people, I mean, y'all got to get through this night because I got a 4-hour spot to be able to knock off, right?
Right.
But I'm like, man, where the people at? And they all here, but they all after the Cowboys,
Right.
Yeah, I guess that had.
They were in the sections looking.
Yeah, you were like, you ain't even
I was
do
like,
that,
I
right?
want to
So that was
dance.
impressive.
I want to dance.
Yeah, and y'all dance. So long story short, I saw her. I was like, wow, she's beautiful. So so went down. Martellus came. He was like, yo, King, you give me the mic. I gave him the mic, and I was like, I'm jumping off the stage. So I went down to talk to Misty and her friends, and I told them, I said, man, I appreciate y'all hanging with your boy. I mean, I'm drenching wet, and I'm just like, man, y'all helping me out to get through this night. So that ended up being really cool, and hence, time went on. We got to know each other, and then here we are. Which ended up being a great thing because now this is my counterpart. This is my ace in the hole.
Woo,
One of the things I always say. Well, let me ask you this,
Okay.
because I always have to say I want to get your opinion on this. Now that you're in this relationship with me and I haven't stopped emceeing anything, how has this journey kind of been with being involved with me or married to me?
Married to.
How's that been?
It's always eventful.
Ah.
Yes.
That's a great word.
In a good way, for the most part. We have our little small challenges, but nothing major.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but let me ask you this. So we met a lot of people,
Yes.
and we're still meeting a lot of people.
Yes. It's fast. It's going by fast.
Right. Because you look up, you're like, man, we've been kind of around each other almost like 10 years.
It
Yeah,
has.
like almost 10 years. Yeah.
It's 10 years now.
Wow. See
This March.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I celebrate the one where I went in front of all the witnesses and said I do. That's cool. But I really celebrate the one where I say, damn, you still here? I know. I tell people all the time, man, yeah, I'm still in the building, baby. And as long as I'm here and she here, we good. This is how you need to be with your mate. Now, I do want to make sure we get a chance to talk about some things. We talked about a little bit about how we met. I think that's kind of cool. People get to know us, I think, through this podcast. One thing about this podcast we want to make sure that we get across is to be able to try to be transparent. Now, let me tell y'all something. For those that don't know, my wife and y'all, all these cameras and stuff are around. My wife, you don't have to be so still.
Am I still?
Yeah, you look like you're just holding a smile.
Oh.
She is as beautiful as she is. She's just not the person that always wants to be in front of the camera. But I was like, look, we're gonna make sure we get over there. So y'all do me a favor and hold my wife down. All right. If you want to chime in the chat and say, Mr. Hang in there, you look good, you're doing great, do that. Because here's the thing, and I believe in growth, because I believe in being uncomfortable and growing. Because if you're comfortable, then technically you're not growing. So right now, this is a growth spell for her. Y'all know she's always got me out front because I do the out front thing. Well, I said I want to do something with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this is it, and this is good. So it's gonna get in that space, to try
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something.
Tell us
so
something.
in the car on the way here, I'm like, ooh, I need to put a little foundation on or something because this camera's gonna be on my face.
Right.
So I look at my face. I said, ooh, I have 2 new friends on my face.
What the hell?
I said, I have never. I won't say I've never. In the last few years, I haven't had these 2 friends pop up on my face in a long time.
Really?
So
They
I
just
said,
can't.
ooh, I said my nerves are bad. My
Because she's
nerves.
excited. Out of excitement, though,
But
right?
I am excited. Like this is very exciting,
Right.
and it's new,
Right.
and I'm open to it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're embracing it. Most of these people know out here, man. I mean, I talk and I have a great time talking. Shout out to all my friends, man, that's been holding me down. You know, big shout out to Tristan. I see y'all over there. I can read this far away. Shout out to Adrian, man. But that's one of our producers. She'll be up here, you know, in the next episode. We got a lot of stuff that we're gonna bring y'all. And it's I want y'all to do me a favor, really lock and load on this podcast because I'm big for showing, because I want to show her in about 20 episodes. Hold me to that. I want to show you how you were on the first one to where you were on 20. Because growth is of the essence. Those of you that have children out there, you understand what I'm saying. Our children kind of come into like a newfound freedom when they try something and we root them on, and they want to be perfect out the gate. But you got to keep rooting them on because, you know, if they don't do something well, they're like, oh my God, Dad, I didn't. You know, I'm like, no, man, just keep going.
Right.
And that's a lesson for a lot of you out here because we put a gate around ourselves and we've stopped growing. You know, so the only way you're going to continuously grow is you got to be able to be willing to step into some areas of you know, non-comfort, right? So my wife is I'm in a comfort space. You know, I think I get uncomfortable when it's time to pay bills.
And I'm like,
I be like,
I go do it.
yeah.
I go spend the money.
See, because the real life stuff. I'm be honest with y'all, that's the part I can't get right. Call me can't get right.
Oh.
But if you put me in front of the camera and on some mics, this big chocolate man is going to do his thug thizzle, right?
Come on,
You know
Doc
what I'm saying?
Chocolate.
Yeah, I'm telling you, baby, I'm going to do my thing. But outside of that, when the lights, camera actually go off, I'll be like, what we going to do now?
And I'm like, are you serious? This what
I'm
we
like,
doing?
So we done?
Breathe. Just
We
breathe.
done? Can they cut the cameras back on, please? That's the dude I am. So, and most of you that know me, y'all know that's how I am, because I'm big on making sure that, you know, I use my talent that God has given me. God has given me a talent to be unafraid of people and to be completely transparent. I'm comfortable in this thick skin. Thick, no pun intended, but yeah, that too. But I'm comfortable in the skin, right? I know that there's some people out there that they're so busy trying to live and get approval from so many different people, man. But I'm comfortable, you know. You know, I think, you know, we're gonna tell that story too. You know what happened? We were at a restaurant and a gentleman we met from South Africa. We'll tell that a little later.
Okay.
I think that's very, very unique because I'm gonna make sure we talk about that. In the meantime, let's get ready to jump into something. You wanna talk about something? Let's talk about relationships. But we said we wanted to make sure we got a chance to talk about relationships, old versus new. No, I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. I'm just, for those that are listening, y'all just gonna sit here on this blank space right quick. And I'm gonna just look at the camera. Okay, now I'm back. So old versus new, meaning something I wrote down. I said pre-internet or pre-cell phones, pre-pages, your mom and them when they dated, your grandmama and them when they dated. That's the old, and we're gonna talk about old because there's a flavor with that, babe, and I wanted you to make sure we try to put ourselves in the shoes. But the reason that this came up, my mom did something that was very unique. I'll tell you. We were visiting her. She said, hey, ride with me. Let's go get something to eat. My wife stayed back with the kids at my mom's house. So my mind is, oh, this is about to be a 2-hour ordeal. I already know it. But I got to spend some time with my mom because my wife is like, you don't spend enough time with your mom. I'm like, all right, cool. So here we go. So I ride with her. We do our thing, whatever. Then she says, hey, why don't you call Queen Misty and find out what, you know, her and the kids want to eat. We'll bring something back. I was like, all right, cool. So I pull out my cell phone. I'm trying to dial it. I'm dialing back, right? I'm you know, but for whatever reason, because my mom stays in the country somewhere, the signal was tripping.
No
I
signal.
felt like it was ringing and Mister wasn't answering the phone. And I guess I looked a little flustered. You know, is that a word? Because y'all know.
Yes, flustered is a word.
A little flustered. So I'm looking a little flustered, and my mom like, calm down. It'll be all right. She just at the house.
Right.
And I was thinking, damn, was I looking like that?
Oh.
So she said, y'all put so much dependation on those phones
Yes.
that I don't even know what your relationships would be without them.
Right.
So that made me say, damn. Because see, some of y'all out there, y'all sleep with your phones. Your phone's under your pillow. This is what you make. If you're single, keep living. But if you got somebody you're leaning towards being with for a long time, our phones are part of the dynamic.
Yeah.
And my parents said, my mom was like, your dad would get off work sometime, and I wouldn't hear from him for about 7 hours.
7 hours.
Look at that. Look at this modern woman over here. What would you do if I'm working and I get off work and you ain't heard from me in 7 hours?
Okay,
I done
so
talked about
we're
a juke
comparing
joint.
that to now.
Heck yes.
Oh no, sir.
So,
So-
and y'all chime in on
Okay,
that. What
wait.
would y'all do?
Because-
Pat, what up, man? Yeah, but look, I'm saying, what would y'all do? I want y'all to think about that. You know-
7 hours.
Yeah, you had to. So they had to put the real vows to work.
That's almost a whole work day.
Right. So he gets off work. He stopped, get a drink. He start playing some dominoes with his boys. All of a sudden, they slide to a juke joint. They probably,
Okay, at that point, I'm thinking
I'm
you're
not giving an
making
excuse. I'm just saying what they were
selfish decisions because you got a whole family at home, and you don't know what they need.
old versus new.
What?
So hey, that wife got it down.
I'm-
That wife held it down. She did
That's
make.
not an excuse.
It's not, but I'm just playing the devil's advocate. But I'm saying, so here we are in the new relationships. I'm gonna flip it over real quick. Here's a new relationship.
Okay.
When you call, I better answer.
Well, I mean, sometimes I know that you don't because one, you might be in a meeting.
Yeah.
Two, you might be doing an event.
Right. But
I mean, there are things that throw it off.
right, but I think I've built that trust in you. So when we
Right,
talk
right.
about people in general, like when the phone rings,
Oh yeah.
and okay, so let's talk about an individual that has come from a relationship to where that the relationship severed because of
the phone,
the whole phone situation.
because they feel like they're not communicating. The person is never. Why would I call? You don't answer the phone.
Maybe, but let's just say this person is in a new relationship now, so they technically hadn't gotten over that.
Right.
So here they are.
So they're
in this-
bringing old stuff into the
in
new
this
relationship.
but you haven't even given me a chance. Let's just say that person hadn't even gotten a chance. It's just like, man, I accidentally left the phone in the front seat of my car, and I ran in Subway to get a sandwich. And I just had to just say, man, I'm gonna sit down and eat this sandwich in Subway, right? So. Right? So I'm sitting in Subway eating this sandwich, and I ain't thinking about my phone, but most people sitting down eating a sandwich and probably on their phone.
Scrolling.
But I'm just like, you know what? I'm detoxing for about 25 minutes. You've
That's-
been
that's
calling
not
about
long
19
enough.
times. I'm just saying the crazy woman.
I got it.
19 times. She's like, see? This
But
is
why does the woman have to be crazy?
just-
It could be a
'cause I'm
crazy
only-
man too.
It could be.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
the perception you should be looking at it from.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
looking at it from a woman because I can't look at it from a man's side. So I'm heterosexual. So so that's just me. I'm heterosexual. I look at things from a particular standpoint, and
I got
but
it.
you digest it from that standpoint, and I think that's great. All right, but there is a dynamic between old and new in how people date. Shout out to the Suttons, man. Shout out to Tristan and CC. They definitely hold it down. They make marriage great again as well. We're gonna make sure we have them on the next show. But one of the things we all talk about, even when we double date with them, is that the dynamic of maintaining a great relationship based on all of the distractions, the technological distractions, it may be much, much more difficult than it was back then. Because here's the thing: we all go those of us that are married, we go before whoever we believe in, God, Allah, Buddha,
Rodney.
Rodney for them people that believe in people. I ain't saying nothing to y'all. Y'all do your thing. I ain't mad at you. But here's the thing. You go before whoever you believe in, and a bunch of people that are witnessing you say these words. For better or for worse, through sickness and health, for richer and for poorer, what is it?
Till death do us
Till
part.
death do us part. So
I
you
might have missed one.
right, whatever they are. I don't know about heart, but I'm saying you get before people and you lock that in. And here's the thing. Our parents, the old relationships, had to really put that to work.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, man, you got to trust, because they say marriage or relationships are built on what? Trust, communication, honesty. Y'all can chime them in.
Loyalty.
Honesty, what is it?
Loyalty.
Humility, sometimes embarrassment.
Yes.
Yeah, all of that. You can chime in, put those in. But listen, relationships are based on that. But we never put them to work. We never put them to work. And in the event that they get put to work because the universe has given you something, that wasn't what you expected, then don't come crying. I'm going to say, well, You said the vows.
Right. That's what you
So,
chose.
so this now you got to go in, right?
right.
So there is a different dynamic, and that makes us know that we're also dealing with a different people, right? So we're dealing with a different generation. We're dealing with a different mindset. And the last thing I'm gonna say before we go into this next segment, I have to say this because this is very important. I used to drink out of a water hose. I used to play throw up tackle with my boys. How many of y'all did that? If you did that, y'all my homies out there, y'all did that. You throw up tackle. You played outside all day. You stayed in the sun all day. You probably even had no, what's that stuff you put on my babies when they out in the sun?
Oh, the sunscreen?
No sunscreen. We didn't put no sunscreen on. That's probably why I'm so chocolate now. We did.
Come on, chocolate.
We didn't do all of that. Like we rode bikes without helmets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember going up on this hill. Shout out to all the people in Funky Town, Fort Worth, Texas. I used to go up on this hill. We used to call it Devil's Hill. And me and my homeboys, one would ride on the handlebars. I would be on the middle seat, probably driving. And somebody sitting, if it's a banana seat, sitting on the back seat facing the opposite direction. How many of y'all did that? Don't act like y'all bougie. Don't act like you bougie. We rolled down a hill several times. One time, though, one of my partners that never really did it was all nervous. We like, you can do this. He on the back. He sticks his foot in the back wheel. The whole bike tumbles down the hill. I skid up my whole face. But I'm saying all this because we did not have helmets. Matter of fact, if they told us to wear it, we thought that was so corny. Remember back in the day, we also didn't wear seatbelts.
Yes.
Not to say we should go back to any of that.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
We raise our children with this extra
safety.
That's why when they don't know how to get a job no more.
Oh, you can't
They
blame
just,
it
I
on
graduated
that.
college. What a job at? What a job
They
at?
want you to hand
What
it
a
to 'em.
job at? I'm like, what are you talking about? Say, man, everything in this world is earned, not given. But I'm a victim, and I am definitely one to say that we misappropriate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Almost like we didn't like how we grew up, but we turned out fairly well, right?
I
'Cause
agree.
you was a
I like
tomboy.
how I grew
Were
up.
you a
Yeah,
tomboy?
I was tomboy.
So
I
y'all,
was.
just for the record, those that didn't know, I know y'all see old Dainty Mister. She is gangster.
I'm not
Do
dainty.
not run up on her.
I'm not dainty.
She's not dainty.
Well, you just said I was dainty.
No, I say they may think you're dainty.
Oh, okay. I missed that. My bad.
Yeah. And Mister, do your finger like that. Look
What?
at. For those of you that are listening through podcast, you probably can't see it, but I'm gonna tell you something. My wife, her pointing finger is so sharp, and I'm a teddy bear. Sometimes she get mad at me and she poke me. I say, "Watch it, man. Some feeling might come out." I was like, "Man, something gonna happen, man. That finger hurt." She will poke you. What? Do not listen. Do not mess with a woman that's cute with little strong fingers. So yeah, my wife got some strong fingers. That let me know she is gangster. So don't even think about running up on her because I think her nerves bad.
No, it's not my nerve.
Okay, I'm just saying because people meet you and they're like, oh, she's so nice. Like,
No, I am nice.
You're very nice.
I
You're
am.
very nice. You're very kind too, but don't cross you.
That's it. That's
Let me
all.
tell you something. You don't want to cross her. That's not putting her in. She a queen and she gonna stand up for hers. I'm gonna tell you. You don't try to feed our babies no meat. We'll talk about that later either. We'll talk about that later, all right? So don't walk up to my baby, offer them none of them any chicken nuggets. And she don't play that. So anyway, that's true though, right?
Yes,
See how
that
she
is
giggle?
true.
So she'll giggle, but she gonna be like, My wife don't play. I'm with you. I'm rolling with you, man. I'm telling you. We gonna tell them like it is. I'm
yes,
with you.
it's true. It's true.
Okay, all right. Just know.
But
Listen.
yeah,
Just know.
remember when it was a family reunion?
Uh-oh.
We had just started dating.
Oh
Well,
yeah. So
yeah.
You took me to the family reunion in Oklahoma City.
Oh,
and
Lord.
and
One of my cousins tried to feed my baby a chocolate chip cookie, and
yeah.
I don't know if my spirit came out of me.
Yeah. So and Misty's dad kind of leaned over to me and said, "Uh-oh." And mind you, we had the baby, but we were like, "Oh." I was like, "Oh." And I looked over, and one of her cousins was like, "Get this baby a chocolate chip cookie."
Before that cookie could reach the
listen,
mouth.
But you got to tell them about the theme music that came out of nowhere. So it was a bunch of little people, short people, They weren't part of their family. They just came out of nowhere and they had a whole bunch of instruments in their hand, and they just started playing dum dum dum.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But it was like some theme music came out of nowhere, and she came from an entire side of the. We were outside of the park, and by the time that the cookie could almost reach the baby's mouth, Misty's hand came out of nowhere and just parted the Red Sea, and looked at her cousin and said, "Listen, if you dare." I can't say all the words because I'm trying not to make sure we don't have a cuss podcast. But, because I want to make sure I stay up on all the platforms. But y'all know them words that might come out, you mothers out there.
I think my face said, if you dare.
Okay.
Because I don't remember any words leaving my mouth. Maybe that's when my spirit came out and, it went black.
Yes, you did. Because I even tried. I wanted to say something to her, but her dad said, give us 10 minutes. So that was a learning lesson. We're still learning too, because she's still evolving.
Yes, I'm still evolving. Work with me. It's called growth.
Yes. So we're working with you. So all of your friends out there, they're like, Misty, you look great on camera. You're gonna do well. We're gonna make sure we support it. Y'all hold up. Let me tell y'all something. In the Bible, under King 1:1, it states, "Thou shalt not player hateth thine."
That's his made up chapter.
Okay, so that's in my Bible. It might not be in yours, but I'm letting you know. Don't be hating. Let this woman go through her growth. Y'all support her. They say there are not enough, unity or women holding women up or men holding men up. We finna hold her up because I'm ready to watch my baby grow in this era. So y'all hold up on this journey that she's on. This is a new journey. Once again, y'all, this is the Wedding MC Experience. And the slogan, I'm going to make sure I be saying it because I want to let you know it's a slogan, is raising the bar for unforgettable. Raising the bar for unforgettable. Raising the bar for unforgettable. The Wedding MC Experience, y'all. I want to make sure that y'all do me a favor. Continue to subscribe to the pages, the new pages, the Wedding MC Experience. Of course, we got this up on our personal pages as well. But make sure you share it with people that need to hear it, because I think one of the things that we always see is people sharing stuff that has nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, it can be funny, but at the same time, I always say it didn't add any value to nobody. So make sure y'all share this, because we want to make sure we give people some laughter and a little bit of content at the same time. Also, if you go to YouTube, the new YouTube page went up today too. It's the Wedding MC XP. So it's the Wedding MC Experience, but Wedding MC XP. So make sure y'all subscribe. We want to do an organic growth, because one of the things we want to do is make sure that people grow with us. All right. So it's King Carl and Queen Misty. Y'all follow us on IG, the new IG. You want to say what the new IG is, right? You remember? That facial expression is too funny.
Because I wasn't ready.
Oh, you don't have to be ready, baby. Just look down. It follows on the new IG. You want to say it? Follow us on the new IG is what?
At the Wedding MC XP.
Yeah. So on IG, the Wedding MC XP, she is definitely doing her thing. I love it. Because I want you to be able to look back on this and like, man, I'm going to get better and I'm going to be excited about this, because you're doing great right now. All right. If y'all think she's doing great, hit those hearts a little bit. Hit those hearts.
Yay.
Hit those hearts. So make sure y'all continue to support
Thank
her.
you, guys.
Right. So I want to make sure that we get a chance to get ready to go into the next segment, y'all. But in the meantime, let's enjoy one of these sponsored ads. Definitely. Shout out to What's up, world? This is Carl Mays, the King Motivator, a.k.a. the Wedding MC. I got to let you know, this is my 426th wedding here tonight. And I just want to let you know, regardless of what happens, we're going to make people have a great time. One thing that we always say is that people come to weddings, and when they go to the reception, they don't know whether or not they're going to stay. But if you love who you are, make some noise. The Wedding MC is basically an embodiment of something that's needed at a wedding. One thing I like challenges. And when I emceed that wedding, it was such a fulfillment because I got to be creative. Is there a need for the Wedding MC? Yes, I think there's a need for it. People don't know they need it yet because they've never seen it or had it. I sit down with them and let them know the psychology. The psychology is you have two families that don't know anybody in there outside of the people they came with or the bride and groom. And they're there to be able to blend and get to know other families.
This is a mix and mingle thing because you're bringing two families together and you're blending them.
So yeah, Wedding MC is going to be needed. Wedding MC is there to curate and create an environment to make people feel as comfortable as possible. Makes me feel,
strong enough to be able to attack what this world has to offer every time I step inside my door. But the beauty about this one is that they'll never be like The Wedding MC. Again, my name is Carl Mays. You can find me, theweddingmc.net. I'll see y'all on the next one.
Yes, y'all. The Wedding MC. That was a great ad. It's a great lead-in for this next segment, which is about weddings.
Yes.
We wanted to make sure, the show wasn't always about that, but we want to make sure we definitely touch on it because we spend a majority of our time doing a lot of weddings. For those that don't know, I've done more than 450 weddings, and which is a lot. Some people might, think that's nothing because they do thousands of whatever. But
that's a lot for one person.
Yeah, it is, and it made me jaded. So that's probably what prolonged me to finally go through doing that. But I loved our wedding to a T.
It was beautiful.
It was marvelous. It was marvelous. But let me talk. So the Wedding MC, y'all. People always misinterpret it. What are some of the comments that you get sometimes when a person says he's a wedding MC?
What is a wedding MC?
Right. Or they say,
does he play music? Is he a DJ?
And my wife gets offended and she responds with,
not necessarily offended.
Okay. You just protective of me.
Yeah,
I like that. Get you a woman. Get you one. You better get you one. You better get you one, man. Listen, you better get you one that's gonna ride for you, not talk about you, but they gonna ride for you. Shout out to CC.
But I will ride for you, and I will talk about you just a little bit.
Yeah.
But
yes,
to yourself,
yeah.
to yourself,
I
to you,
that.
to you.
I appreciate that. Keep it inside the walls.
I try, but sometimes it's just a little leak out. I'll be like,
girl, you
oh,
on my nerves. Do you got some duct tape?
Somebody help me. I need a vacation.
On a vacation. You at a vacation, talking about I need another vacation from the vacation.
It's not the same. I need myself.
I know it.
These children and this man.
Well, yeah, but hopefully they don't think that way about the wedding MC.
No, not at all. back to the wedding MC.
No, it's all good. So when people say what is a wedding MC and you have to explain it, what would you say before I actually kind of go into it?
Oh, the wedding MC is your reception coordinator.
That's a great way to put it. Well, let me ask you this: how important before you, even before me and you were together, had you seen anything like what I've done?
Never. I'd
Right.
been to plenty of weddings, and
Right.
I'd never seen anything like that.
Right.
And so to see you go in, I was like, "Ooh, this is fun."
Yeah.
Even though I
Yeah.
was in the back,
Yeah.
helping run around, do it, little stuff that you need.
Right.
I still see how you affect people.
Right.
And the enjoyment of the reception. It's never boring.
Right.
Because you keep everyone engaged.
Right.
And
that's
excited
needed.
about
So-
what's to
and
come.
and that's needed. So
Yeah.
so you would say the importance of it is high on the list. How high on the list of things that need to be at a wedding or wedding reception?
Well, if you have a wedding coordinator, you need the wedding MC right below that. That's just mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she
But
has
if you
it down.
don't have a wedding coordinator, your top one needs to be the wedding MC.
That's right. And she's not just selling, but let me tell y'all something. So I always say it's like I'm the Ryan Seacrest of weddings.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the dynamics. For those of you out there that know somebody that's getting married, or those of you that are thinking about getting married, or those of you that may even be on the brink of engagement, or gotten engaged and you don't know what y'all got, whatever. But the biggest thing is this. A wedding reception is very, very pertinent. And what happens is you have two dynamics. You got two sets of families that don't know either but just the bride or the groom.
Mm-hmm.
And people that are getting married are excited about this big shindig that they have in their head, but they don't know how to bring all that together. And it becomes very, very difficult because we say all the wrong social walls are inside of one room. Mm-hmm. The social walls being that your mama always told you never invite your friends from all of your parts of your life to one event. That's one of the things we do because we got our hood friends in there. We got our co-workers in there. We got some of our church people there. You know, all these people in one room. You're like, girl, I can't do the things I want to do.
Right.
So you've hindered yourself. And some of them are dressed like they don't normally dress. That's another social barrier.
Right.
So, and they're there and they don't know any other people. So that's another social barrier. So they're just there to genuinely try to support you. But you've spent all of this money to get all these people in one room to be able to get them to converge on a celebration for you. That's where I come in. And I come in because I am what they call the bridge. I know, there's this fight all the time. Well, we got our DJ. I'll say, well, that's fine. Keep him. I say, but let me tell you how important I am. If the electricity goes off, I'm still on. See, no offense to a DJ because I love them because I work with so many of them, but they're stuck too. And I am the person that's out in front of the people, and I take all the weight off the bride and groom, and there's a reason that I do more than 32 weddings a year. The biggest thing I want you to do is to be able to realize and understand that weddings are very, very important when it comes to a wedding MC. And one of the things I want to do is make sure that the dream that you have in your head be able to come to life. The biggest thing about you all is to be able to understand how important it is. It's more important than your wedding cake. Some people will spend so much money on a wedding cake that only gets about 2 minutes of a view. But I have to be there 4 hours and rock and hold things together. So I found a niche. I found it 15, 16 years ago. Shout out to the first lady that introduced me to doing weddings. I noticed a niche. A lady said, "Sir, do you have a card?" on my first wedding. And I said, "No, I was just doing this because I do so many parties." And she said, "Oh my God." She said, "I've never seen anybody do what you just did." I said, "Really?" She said, "Yes. So if you're not thinking about this as a business, you should." And here I am, almost 18 years later, still in the game. And now I'm about to start teaching people. We'll talk about that a little later as well. So in the meantime, let's run into this next ad, babe. Do you want to read it? Just, shout out to the Suttons, man. You want me to do it? You want me to do it? I'll let you do it.
If I mess up, Tristan will not let me live it down.
No, he won't let you live it down. So in the meantime, y'all, this next segment coming up is brought to you by Ads University. Here it is. Are you an entrepreneur? Is your business getting the visibility that it deserves? Do you want to truly grow your business? Well, depending on how you would personally answer those questions will determine if you truly make executive decisions for your business correctly based on the following opportunities. So here we go. If you want to attract new customers and grow your business and learn everything you need to know about using Facebook ads, then you need to enroll in the Ads University. That's right. Top tier marketing strategist Tristan Sutton presents Ads University. How to make Facebook ads to attract new customers to grow your business. You want to get in? Well, then log on now to Ads-University. That's YOU University. YOU University. That's dope. Ads-University.teachable.com and receive a 51% discount when you enroll. That's because you all are part of the Wedding MC experience. So 51% discount when you enroll. That website again is ads-university.teachable.com. Your business will forever be changed. Shout out to Tristan Sutton, y'all. Buying the ads. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's right. So,
man, that was long. I definitely would have fumbled on some words.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we're going to get it tight. Y'all make sure y'all still hold my wife up now.
I'm going to practice.
Right. And shout out to Tamika Fletcher knocking out Misty's hair, natural resources in the building. I see you, Tamika, doing a thing. So, yeah, because not a lot of people can do natural hair. And you don't let a lot of people touch your hair, right?
Correct. Ooh. Because not a lot of people can do natural hair.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this is a good segue.
Oh.
Since we're talking about natural.
Come on,
okay,
natural.
y'all. I want to make sure I get a chance to talk about this beautiful young lady. This is Misty's Flavors coming up now. This woman, she's always been, this natural woman to me. But when I met you, you were permed.
I was permed.
You were permed.
I would do a sew-in. I would do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I met her,
as far as I went.
Really?
I've never worn a wig thus far. I'm not against it, I
right.
just haven't done it.
Right. But now you embrace your total you.
Oh yes.
So wait, I want the people to know this though. I need them to know because the question that they're probably running, in their minds right now is, then how did you get like that? What led you to be this nature woman? Misty is a nutritionist, y'all. by trade, so she has a lot of clients, and I know I'm this big dude sitting next to her, and y'all like, well, is she a nutritionist? Why you ain't eating right? Well, I'm trying to get there. All our kids are vegan from birth. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I don't have no meat in the house, but I got to go out to get it some kind of way. But the fact of the matter is, my wife does not pressure me. She just supports me. I'm trying to get that. Don't you talk, because you can't take a crackhead off crack overnight. Work with me. But listen, she's a natural woman, and she's truly in tune with health and wellness. But I want to know, like, where did this
start?
Where did all that start? What is that about?
Oh man. So about what happened was, let me start over.
What
I
happened?
used to get migraines every day, all day. I had pills in every one of my purses because, women, we like to switch our purses with our
In
outfits.
every one of your purses?
Everyone.
Man, I thought you said you had pills in one purse.
No. That's in
my
every
God,
purse.
the
You
pill
know, because
lady.
I might switch and I might forget, to put it in. So just
What kind of
leave them in
pills?
there. They were migraine,
Okay,
extra strength
okay.
migraine
We
pills.
just got to make sure we
Oh,
clap,
yes, extra
because
strength
I know some of
migraine
y'all
pills.
out there will take loops and edits and make this woman. She got pills. I got pills everywhere. Yeah, we want to make sure you get that straight.
Yes, I'm glad you corrected.
Yeah, I'm like, what kind of pills? Man, he got a drug addict. All right, he married a drug addict. He take it right now. Talking about it, she gonna relapse. But I'm like, no. But I
Okay.
get it. You had migraine, so you kept pills in your purse. And what
Yes,
else?
yes. Okay, so I got tired of that. I was like, there must be another way. There
Right.
has got to be. And this cannot be life, is
Right.
what I was thinking.
Wow.
So I started doing my research. Came across all kinds of stuff. So the first thing that I did was change what I was eating, and I've never had one since.
Wow.
That was all I changed.
But what change was that? Well, I mean, 'cause you didn't change everything in one time, right?
One thing I did, the first thing I cut out was pork. It was like a gradual,
Right.
but I did actually pork overnight.
Okay.
Then beef was slowly. I didn't eat it often,
Right.
so I was like, okay, and so I just went from there. Now, in the house, like you were saying, I only cook vegan meals. So if
Right.
we want
Plant-based.
like fish or something like that, while we're out with our friends, we might eat that. I don't do all fish. I only do like a salmon or snapper or something like that. I
Right.
can't get with
all the other stuff.
some of the other stuff. What if you choose to do that? Do
Yeah.
your thing.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
some people love these bugs they be sucking on. Is that the crawfish?
That's what people do. That's what they do. I'm allergic to it all, so I can't.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
allergic to
So,
shellfish.
you know,
So
y'all go
that
ahead and
that worked out even perfect.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I don't even have to worry about that.
Right. So we don't have those qualms. You know how you have those people that twitch, and twitching, and you're like, what's wrong with you? I need some crawfish. We don't have that in our house, so we don't have people, but we do have friends that say, "Man, what y'all gonna do today? We finna go get some crawfish." Like, well, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, just let me know when you're done.
Right.
Or if they're going to, or if they're having a cookout at their house,
Right.
we'll bring our food.
Right.
And so we still
Some
get to
vegan
hang out
meals.
with our friends and things like that. We'll have the vegan burgers.
Yeah.
I did quotation marks for those who cannot see me.
Right.
And I'll do spaghetti. I do all kinds of dishes. And this is to still make us comfortable, so we can still enjoy our
So
family
it's
and
not
friends.
just a huge change to where it just puts you in shock.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: How did it lean into you stopping to perm your hair though?
That fell into research and
Okay.
how perms, the chemicals and stuff affect our bodies, because anything you put on your skin, your body absorbs it.
Okay.
It absorbs it. So all those chemicals and stuff you're soaking it into your brain.
That's right.
That's man.
Wow.
You taking
Now
all
again,
that on.
listen. We don't want to stop anybody out there that's still perm.
Yeah, no. If
Y'all
you
do
perm,
what you do.
do your thing.
But my wife is just trying to make sure she gives us a little bit of background. 'Cause I
yeah,
know
this is
it's-
just about me. This is my journey.
Yeah, it's somebody out there putting that crack on their head right now. Shout out
Stop
to you.
it.
I mean, I'm just riding with it. I like it because, man, I ain't got to pay for that. Man, perms was high. People sitting there all day. I'm like, but at this point, she either go get a natural place to be able to do it natural, or either she does it herself. So yeah, things have gotten a little inexpensive on that end. So I think that's great.
A little.
A little.
A little.
Yeah, a little.
So instead of spending the money on perms, I spend it on food.
Yes, she does. Lord Jesus. So let me ask you this, because I want to make sure that people really realize, like when she says it absorbs, in our skin and all that kind of stuff. Like Misty has changed my toothpaste. She's changed
deodorant.
Soaps.
We have a
deodorant.
shower filter.
Yeah, I mean, man, I almost don't know who I am no more.
Oh, you know who you are.
I'm like, Mike, you understand what I'm saying, man? I don't know who I am no more. I'm like, everything that got fragrance in it is not good for you. She's like, look, that's alcohol
synthetic.
in it.
So, but I did find him a vegan, non-toxic cologne that smells
did.
great.
She did. So, y'all, dealers, I don't go in now. Do they still have Foley's? I don't know if they have.
They don't have Foley's that I know of.
All of those those areas. So my wife has a very sensitive nose.
Oh my
God.
God.
So if you have too much cologne on, boy,
I will get an immediate headache and my
will.
nose starts burning and I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. So listen, I'm sharing all that to say this, fellas. Know thyself and know thine wife. This one here is definitely somebody who is very unique in who she is. She's very in tune with herself. She's very in tune with her family. I envy it because, I have my things that I'm great at. All of us have, a few flaws in our lives that we're aware of and we just want to get better at. But I envy it. I mean, very, very detailed with the making of our children's foods to how we eat dinner and all that kind of stuff. So, and she doesn't put me up against the wall. She'll say, well, if you want to go get something different, you can. But in our house, we don't have any meat.
Yeah.
We don't have any meat. We don't have any of that. And again, I don't eat any red meat, but at the same time, I don't close it off as much yet. So I'll tell you what, with this podcast though, I might have to do some things and everybody holds everybody accountable. Maybe we have to come up with some kind of challenges or something.
I like
Maybe
that.
that'll be something because one of the things we want to do is we want to grow together because one of our mottos is here we grow again. And I think that'd be great, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. So from a health standpoint, we want to make sure that we get a chance to throw some health nuggets out there. This segment, she's probably not going to do it today, but this segment is going to be called Misty's Flavors. Of course, y'all know Misty is good with recipes. She's coming out with different recipe books. So
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I might be a little slow, but that's only because there are so many things going on in our lives right now.
Right. and we go back and forth because I think also I always say, well, you don't have to make everything so plant-based. But she says, I want to do the first few as a plant-based.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could start out, yes, I want to do plant-based, but I can do transitional plant-based.
Okay.
So, that way they still feel like they're getting that hearty type of meal.
Right.
Like they're not missing out on anything.
Right. And then we'll make sure some of the segments we talk about, what kind of foods are really, really good that people like and how it affects their bodies.
Yeah, how food affects your body.
What those alternatives are, because I think that's
Hey,
that's
Brianna.
unique. I think that's unique too. To be able to talk about what some of those things do to the body. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I've been learning, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm an entertainer. So I'm great at entertaining. I'm great at being in front of people. But when it came to being able to know about foods, know about health and wellness, God put this woman in my life for a particular reason. So it's going to help me live longer, and I'm excited about that. So I appreciate you for being in my life.
I love you too, boo.
I think that's wonderful. So in the meantime and in between time, you definitely got Misty's Flavors. We're going to make sure we have some fun, but I want to make sure I get a chance. Shout out to Antonille again, y'all. If you don't know anything about, TNT Creative Images, y'all, I'm going to read a little something again. I want to make sure I take this ad back up here because she is definitely something that's making some waves when it comes to, creative images and being able to make sure your event is highlighted. Again, this ad is brought to you by TNT Creative Images. It says, today is what you make it. So make it as original as possible. Don't let your event happen without having a centerpiece of equipment to make all of your guests take home the memory of a lifetime. You need the Magic Mirror. TNT Creative Images presents the Magic Mirror photo booth for all of your occasions. We're talking the whole gamut: themed backdrops, stanchions, red carpet, novelties, and most importantly, the life-size touchscreen Magic Mirror that is going to print, text, or email your photos to you. If you know someone that's having an event coming up, a corporate event, birthday celebration, banquets, weddings, or anniversaries, TNT Creative Images has you covered. So I want to make sure y'all do this. You log on to TNTimages.com. That's TNTIMAGEZ. Make sure you know that's a Z and not an S.com. TNTimages.com. Use the discount code THEWEDXP. That's THEWEDXP. All right, for the wedding MC experience. So she'll know that you all got that from there, and she's definitely gonna give you a discount using that code. For more information, if you need to talk to her a little bit more, for more information, feel free to call her at 817-233-6028. And that's how that goes. And ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have jingles later on, but I'm gonna do it live. What time is it?
Questions and margarita time.
It's margarita time. That's right, y'all. We got a segment called Q&M. So it means
Not
questions.
Q&A.
And yeah, it's Q&M, questions and margaritas. And we want to make sure we shout that out. Let me tell you why. Shout out to Adrian. You know, came up with this because I thought it was a great idea because we wanted to make sure we address some questions. So the other day I put a post up. Oh, get your glasses first. Get your glasses. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ah.
Cheers. Let's
Drink.
Drink. Oh my God.
You know.
So in our house, my wife is the bartender because I don't make drinks, but I'll drink them. I'll drink, the light drinks, because I know Tristan Sutton is going to be talking about me in a little bit. We're at his house, and he makes some hard drink. I'll be like, bro, look, I can't do that. You got to take me slow. I am a lightweight. I didn't start drinking until I met Misty, so I know that's kind of crazy. Y'all, I did not drink in college, but I drink with my wife because that's my wife. I know she's got my best interest at heart.
Guys.
So questions and margaritas, get your glasses. I don't care if you got a glass of water or just a plastic cup of water. But whatever you do, get your glasses, clink, 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 clink. We're going to make sure we answer some of these questions that were discussed, or that were asked to us, because I put a post up the other day. I took it down, but I made sure that I wrote the questions down, a couple of them from there. And if you all think of something right now that you want to make sure you ask, go ahead and put it in the chat, and we can definitely make sure we talk about that. But one of the questions was, and this was unique, I particularly remember this because I said, wow, this is weird. It said, how do you all stay ignited inside of your marriage after challenges have occurred? I'm going to let that marinate for a minute because I think that's very intriguing. It says, how do you all stay ignited inside of your marriage after challenges have occurred? Well, I think we stay ignited because I see Misty as me, like, right?
Yeah.
I see her as myself. So like they say, one of the things you should do with your mate is always see them as yourself, right? Because like the question is, would you cuss you out? Would you slap you? Would you throw you out the house?
I might cuss myself out.
Oh yeah, you crazy. So maybe we need to get the
I'd be
pills
like,
back.
Misty, why did you do that?
But that's different. You're holding yourself accountable for something. That's fine.
That would be the only
That's
way
fine.
I'm
But you're not gonna
cussing.
leave yourself.
No, I'm not.
How would you do that, Mike? I don't know how she would do that. How would a person leave himself? Like, if I could leave me, I would leave me. But for some reason, every time I try to leave me still be there. I'm like, you crazy? What are you talking about? Like, I know that, again, this is a play on words, but
Right.
see the other person as
Like
you would see yourself.
Right.
And if you do that, because I wouldn't cuss me out and I wouldn't do me bad. I wouldn't punch me. I wouldn't slap
Right.
me. Now, there are people that are probably dysfunctional that may do some of these things. We're
Yeah.
talking about the majority, all right?
Yeah, the
So
sane ones.
Yeah, so if you're that person, then,
Yeah.
we need to make sure we get a counseling sponsor. If you are a sponsor out there that is a counselor and you want to sponsor the show, definitely send an email to theweddingmcexperience@gmail.com, and we'll try to make sure we get all the costs and everything together. But we'll get you so you can make sure you get some of the crazies that may be out there. But if you do hit yourself and throw yourself out in the middle of the street, yeah, that's a dysfunction.
Yeah.
But we love you though.
Yes.
We love you.
We love
We love you.
everyone.
But yeah, see the other person as you see yourself. So you want to, I think that's very important because as long as you keep that philosophy, I think people will last longer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I get it that we get mad at each other, but not to the point of
Yeah, not.
disregard.
Yeah, no, not that. It's not that serious.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, but we say this challenge. It depends on the challenge. Let me put that out there,
okay.
because there could be a serious challenge that could cause some extra dismay.
Give me an example of what you're talking about. I'm kind of curious.
You remember how you
And
were
this is
talking
great,
about?
by the way. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So so Mike, when I'm talking to our production team, Mike, Gary, all of you got listen. Next week, or when we're on again in 2 weeks, we're going to bring the big margarita machine. You need to make these for everybody. That way, we all
Yeah.
have a drink and knock
I'm
the edge off.
sorry. I was moving fast. I didn't
It's
get
all
everything
good.
I needed.
It's first episode, babe. We understand. Is this all we got left? So I need to sip slow.
No, I have more.
Oh, dang. Well, maybe we need to give Mike a glass. We'll figure it out.
I can do that
Yeah.
after the show.
Okay, yeah, we'll see what we can do. Cheers. So go ahead. You were saying an example you were going to give.
Oh Lord.
So you were talking about giving an example of depending on what it is.
How do you stay ignited inside of a marriage after so many challenges? I say it depends on the challenge and if they've added up. Because let's say like you've had money issues or you've had like domestic violence type issues.
Yeah. If it's something that compromises your life, then then more than likely, the only healing to that is to be able to get out of it.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be here to be able to work on something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess to what extreme? But if you were talking about on the surface, because one thing that we're going to always do is be able to agree to disagree or to disagree and continue to move on.
Right.
But it doesn't culminate into anything to where we got to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it culminates to that, I always go, man,
Why?
that means y'all can't
That
talk
was-
about nothing.
Right. We should be able to talk this out.
Right. And
But there has to be action as well. We
I
can't
agree.
just talk and talk and talk. There needs to be action.
Right. Well, that's always hard for some people because people are great talkers. How many of y'all out there great sellers? You could sell. You could sell like a pork sandwich to a Muslim.
What?
I'm just saying. Mike, that one kind of went over some people's head. They're like, damn, man, you got to be cold blooded, boy.
Oh
Like my God, man, he has to be cold blooded.
Oh.
But some people out there, they're great sellers, but their action is not up to speed. And and that's something that's courtship. We're definitely gonna talk about that next week. We're gonna make sure to talk about that, how people actually approach it. But you're right. So it depends on what it is, to what degree. But on the surface speaking, I think that don't lose a sense of your independence. I like it that you have an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I like it that you voice your opinion, and I like it that you don't hinder it. Like you don't feel like you shouldn't say it because you're gonna hurt my feelings. Like this one here, she gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? And I like that, but sometimes it's kind of brash. It's like she'll say her opinion about something that I might have done or said, and I'll be like, damn, could have been a little softer than that. And I just leave out and go in the living room or something. So,
But if I have said something in a harsh way that may have hurt his feelings, he will let me know and I will think back over it because I know sometimes I can be a little harsh and I'm okay with that.
but I also think that God works on us on both ends. Like, sometimes if I say
I've gotten better.
yeah, you have, and I mean, like, so if you hurt my feelings, it may not be hurting the feelings to where I'm just gonna cry. No, I'm just
No.
I just want to see if I tell her that she hurt my feelings, if she gonna apologize. Because I'm trying to see if it's gonna be something on the back end. I was like, you hurt my feelings. But the first year was like, so. The third year was like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Now that we married, it's like, I apologize.
Okay,
like,
I'm
damn,
sorry.
growth is
My bad.
Is that of the essence? Yeah, because I again, I have a gangster wife. You didn't bring your heat in here, did you?
No,
Okay,
I left it in the car.
Woo, Lord, I'm telling y'all, don't walk up on them. So yeah, what's the next question, man? What's the next question? I want to make sure we get a chance to address that.
What are some of the principles that you live by to stay dedicated to each other? That's a good question.
Yeah,
You have to spend quality time.
yeah. But
I
there are
think
people spending quality time that still ain't dedicated to each other.
Huh?
I said some people spend.
Well, they're not. No, that's not spending quality time then. I mean, like, stay engaged with your spouse.
I'm with you. I just had. I'm playing devil's advocate because there are people who feel like they fundamentally spend a little time to be able to appease the person, but then they really
But
ain't
what do
dedicated
they
to
get
it.
out of it? I mean, it has to be something for both of you. It
I
can't just
agree.
be one-sided.
I agree. I agree with that. I think that for the most part, I think that we need to be at a point where we realize, no matter what, as long as we continue to respect each other, we're gonna be completely solid.
Right.
You know, and the moment you lose a sense of respect for each other, I think that's
Things start going out the
I
window.
think things go out the window.
I agree.
Y'all listen. Call to action is this. This is how the king and queen are gonna rule today. Well, the ultimate objective of this whole podcast today was to be able to say, listen, don't do nothing we wouldn't do. Do everything we would. Stay focused on your life. Stay focused on the things that you want to do. Make sure you send questions in to the Wedding MC Experience at gmail.com. That's the Wedding MC, the letter M, letter C, experience at gmail.com. Send in those questions. We're going to address them in the next 2 weeks. We'll be back 2 weeks. Every other Wednesday, we will be on and live. And our guest in 2 weeks, hopefully if they don't cancel on me, the Suttons. Sitting with the Suttons is what we're going to do. We'll make sure y'all get a chance to be there. Once again, give a round of applause to my queen,
Woo,
Misty.
woo,
Her
go me.
first podcast in the building.
I liked it.
Yeah, you know, in the future, we're going to have some hand claps. We're going to get
This
all this
is
together.
fun.
It's going to be great. It was great, right?
This was fun.
So it's good. And I am King Carl. Y'all, this is the Wedding MC Experience. You have enjoyed a fun podcast. This is our first episode. Hopefully by episode 20, it will be phenomenal. Shout out to everybody. Adrian. Shout out to Tristan. Shout out to Antonil. Shout out to all our people there that's supporting us. And definitely the Sphere Studios. We'll see y'all on the next one. Holla black. Don't holla nothing at all. We'll see you.
Bye.